What's up, everybody? Destroyer here. Welcome back to another cast of the Rise of the Witch King patch 2.2 version 6. Today we have a 1v1 on Swords of Isen II between some pretty good players. In fact, some of the best players, I'd say. MayShadowFax as Dwarves here in the top left, and his opponent for this matchup is Solas as Angmar. Alright, so we got Angmar versus Dwarf on Swords of Isen II. Very cool. This is also a Clamor match, so that's a thing, I guess. So yeah. Clamor is sometimes a good thing because obviously both players will be trying to win. As it were, for fun game, maybe someone might try something cheeky. May throw the game. You never know, but generally people won't throw a Clamor match. These players, of course, probably not going to do that. Anyway, that's all beside the point. We have a Hole of the King's Man going down for Solas there in the front of his base. And we have a Hollow Warriors going down the front of MayShadow's base. And of course, both players are getting their economies rolling, as you should. So he'll be starting with thralls, I have no doubt, unless he throws down a troll and wolf den, which he very well could do. But odds are, yeah, I was gonna say, odds are the starting units will be guardians. Well, I guess they'd still be effective. I was gonna say you could go dire wolves against the pikes, or he could of course go wolf riders against the guardians, but that's not what's going on. So he has guardians coming out, so I have no doubt he has thralls, and he will be getting probably Gundabads, I'd imagine, to start. He might go Rudar maybe and creep something. That's a high possibility. Nope, he's going Gundabads, makes sense. And he's also got his builder over here. Where's the Dwarven builder? There he is. MayShadow is going for mine over in the bottom left. He's also inching his way towards Solas' base from the bottom. So he's undoubtedly going to sneak a forward mine in there somewhere. I'm sure Solas is on the lookout. Oh, there's another Dwarven builder. And there is also Golem, in case he gets found. Somebody somehow gets a ring hero out in a 1v1 on Swords of Isen in a good player game. That's generally never going to happen. You would have to be camping and just be absolutely dominating the other player to be able to get a ring hero in this kind of scenario. And I don't think that's going to happen with these two players, of course. There we go. We got two battalions of guardians out from MayShadow coming into Solas' territory here. He's got some Gundabad warriors and Rudar axe throwers to intercept. There goes the war chance on his troops. There goes the rally call on MayShadow's troops. And now they'll fight it out, of course. The guardians will outclass them. These will be very hard to take down. You see, even the arrow tower takes a long time to kill one guardian. And ideally, MayShadow doesn't want to fight near that arrow tower any longer than he has to. It's not going to help much. Looks like MayShadow's also creeping the troll in the bottom left. Definitely a good idea. Phalanx to do it pretty well, and then they can, of course, clean that up, get the money, the power point, and also grab this and start making hobbits if he so chooses, which are very good, actually. You would think, hobbits? That doesn't sound very good. Well, they are incredibly good with their little Silverthorn rock throw, so they do quite nicely. They're not able to target air units of any kind, though, even though they do have a ranged attack, unlike axe throwers and such, and archers, but they're still very effective. And it's not like Angmar has any air units to speak of anyway, so it's not really a big deal. So this is a couple of thralls just waiting to be made into something. Just decide what he needs. There you go. Some spears, some Gundabad orcs, and some... Am I calling them Gundabad? Yeah, they are called Gundabad. Okay. I was like, are they actually from Gundabad? Yes, they are. And there we go. MayShadow is indeed taking that, and he will probably begin producing hobbits. Which the picture to me still looks like Ramsay Bolton, but that's fine. From Game of Thrones. Doesn't it? I don't know. Maybe it's me. Alright, Solas moving in the north with his 4 battalions. He's got more over here. Solas, of course, is going to have the numbers, being a spam faction. That's where the dwarves are going to rely on strength of arms and strength of units and a smaller number, at least for a bit. I find once dwarves get going, though, they tend to have a lot of guys in the field. And a lot of dwarves is never a good thing for the enemy. There's also a siege works being thrown down from MayShadow, so he can go for battle wagons or catapults or demolishers, of course, or upgrades even, if he so desires. Generally speaking, battle wagons are kind of bad against Angmar because of fell wind. You can be fell winded right into some Rudar Spearmen pretty easily. But, I mean, if you're clever and good enough, keeping you guys at bay, at range, and go to micro, then you can still utilize them pretty well. You just gotta be a little bit careful. MayShadow's almost at 3 power points there. He's at 344 to 350. And we got 394, 500 for Solas. So Solas is ahead on the economy front. And PowerPoint front, I'd say MayShadow's definitely ahead there. A little bit. Of course, it's early game. It's not going to affect too much, but once you get like a level 10 power, it could be very useful indeed. And of course, we have Rudar Hillman, the in-unit for Angmar, loyal to the traitor Hwaldar. They're a battalion of Hillmen, which is pretty good. Pretty useful. Alright. Looks like MayShadow's going for an attack on Solas' base here. He's probably going to get the middle. Well, no, he's not. There are enough Axlors there to bring those Guardians down before they finish it off, I have no doubts. Indeed they don't. Solas is now sitting on 2 Hall of the King's Men. So that's good for him. He's also got some guys up here just chilling out, waiting, maybe scouting. Make sure no enemies arrive in that front. MayShadow creeping this Warglare here as well, so you can get the funds from that, and he is pushing through. MayShadow's got a decent amount of Dwarves on the field. And he is indeed getting some Hobbits now as well to round out his roster. And he's gone for Battle Wagon. He's going for the banner upgrade, which is a good one to go for. Of course, that's experience for your troops. And adds several phalanxes to the Battle Wagon. So that's useful. It says several, but it only adds 2. Why does it say a couple? Am I hallucinating, or is that... Yeah, it just says 2. Maybe that tool should be fixed. I mean, it doesn't really matter. But several generally is used to describe 3, is it not? I don't know. Whatever. Doesn't really matter. We have Hwaldar out for Solas with his very large group of thralls. And of course he is focusing on Rudar Hillman and Rudar Axlors because Hwaldar gives leadership to said units. And those units alone, and coupled with the War Chant, he's a pretty strong army, but MayShadow of course has leadership and War Chant of his own. Or leadership and Rally Call of his own, I should say. And they're going to be fighting it out, see who's comes out on top. It looks like the Dwarves might be winning this engagement. Although Hwaldar is leveling up, and they are fighting right in front of Solas' production buildings. So of course that will make it easier for Solas to reinforce his troops. I think once it's just down to Axlors, he should be well off. Is MayShadow going to go for a run through? He is indeed. Ooh, he nicked a few of them. There goes the fell wind. That's exactly what you have to be worried of. But there isn't really a lot of spearmen left. So the battle wagon is going to do some damage. Brutal. And I definitely see MayShadow won that engagement. He has lots of Axlors left. And of course with the buff they're going to be quite strong. All these new units coming out are not buffed. Except for, of course, Hwaldar's leadership. And Solas is trying for sorcerers. It's a risky play, but it'll pay off very well if he can get it going. At least he got the fell strength there before they got ran down. Oh, the sorcerer did not die though. Fell strength, of course, drains the units. Enemy units of strength. Target enemy units take slight damage, and it buffs the units around them. So it's incredibly good. Stealing power from the enemy and giving it to yourself. And Solas cleans up the rest of MayShadow's army. But I think they did what they intended to do. Now if we look at power points, MayShadow's sitting on 5. He's got Rebuild, Rally Call. This is 700, 328. Look at 458, 625. So it looks like MayShadow's now ahead in the limit of command points. And Solas has 2 5s, Fell Wind, War Chant, and 2 power points. So MayShadow is ahead on power points still. That's good for him. He's also claimed the North Inn. He built some hobbits, but I've yet to see them. Did they go into battle? I just didn't notice. No, they're there. Cool. They got a different portrait than the rest of the units, don't they? Look at that. They have like a kind of faded paper look, and when you click on the Hobbit, it's kind of a faded paper look, but it looks different. I didn't notice that before. Something unique I'm noticing. Oh, we have Zealots. Very nice. It's a mini unit hero horde thing for Dwarves. They've cleaned up Golem, taken the ring, and now they're gonna, looks like, deliver it to Angmar, which of course won't be a factor. He's not very worried about giving Solas the ring, as you'd expect. Solas is not going to be saving up 9 grand for Sauron, so I don't think that's going to be a problem. And I say 9 grand because, of course, he can get the thing on his fort. That makes it cheaper. There is the, what is it called again? Soul Freeze. Makes all the units it targets invincible, but also makes them frozen in place so they can't do anything, allowing Solas to surround them. Oh, he surrounded him. He hit him with a nice well of souls. And now they're going to start turning to whites as they start coming unfrozen. I really like this play here from Solas. You gotta love Solas' sorcerer play. It's so good. No other player do you see use the Soul Freeze ability. And he utilizes it very, very well. And of course he's using Fell Strength as well to lower the resistances of the Dwarves. And there they go. They're all dead. Very nice. That went incredibly well. And now Solas is going to move into the north. Of course, he does have the ring hit with him, so MayShadow can see exactly where his army is at all times. Although he does lose a builder to the Exors, and now he knows there's a mine over there. So his builder came from over there. So unfortunately, MayShadow loses that. And of course, the hillmen that come out of the inn that can be upgraded with torches, as you see there, just like the ones from Angmar, or Isengard rather. And of course, that'll help them bring them down things a lot quicker with their increased damage. I'm trying desperately to bring down these zealots. I mean, 1 battalion of Rudar axemen against some, or hillmen rather, against some zealots. That's a great trade, you gotta admit. But it looks like they will not finish them off quite yet. Unfortunate. Solas has decided to go claim the ring, which is probably the smartest thing to do. Not only just to secure the ring, I guess, but to, of course, get the vision it's giving right now for MayShadow away. As you see there, that's how much they can see from MayShadow's point of view. Now MayShadow can no longer see his armies moving around, and that's definitely gonna help him out. There's Phalanx Battalion there. MayShadow's getting wrecked by Solas' stuff. Solas is attacking over here as well. He's also claimed that inn. So now Solas owns both inns currently. Of course, because this one zealot survived, they will start regenerating by this hearth. Slowly but surely, they will start respawning their battalion numbers, which is always nice. If you're a mini hero hordes, you definitely want to try at least save 1 and try to get them out of there and healed up. Or if you're, say, Mordor, and you get the Nazgul one, the Black Riders, then you at least want to get them to level 2 and then get them away so they'll start regenerating, like the banner upgrade. Oh, I saw Morgrimir, and now we have Harsh coming out for Solas. So Solas is getting a lot of the Angmar heroes. Things might get nasty. I think Solas is starting to pick up steam here. But let's not discount MayShadow just yet. MayShadow's got Men of Dale, he's got Zealots, he's got Dwarven quality troops. He by no means is down and out, or anything of that nature. The Zealots are also good harassing units, because they're very quick. One of the quickest Dwarven units there is, aside from the Battle Wagon, of course. And it does help they're very strong as well. Karsh, of course, does have an AoE debuff that hurts units around them, so you don't want to fight near him too much. Alright, Solas going for the attack here on MayShadow now. I think MayShadow will be able to defend this though. He is spawning out troops as he goes. He has his battle wagon here as well, and he's got lots of men of Dale. And his zealots ready to bring him down. Morgamir is up to level 3 though. He does his Dread Visage at least. Oh no, unprotected sorcerers. That's unfortunate. Battle wagon takes advantage of it. Very nice. And there is the Barrel Summon on the archer line of the Dwarves. Did a little bit of damage, but not too much. As the Menadale put out pretty good damage. Although he did lose a fair number of Menadale. So it wasn't actually too bad. Yeah, definitely diminished the number of them. They're going to need to heal up a bit. They want to be at their former strength. Oh, there we go. Soul Freeze once again. That's so interesting. Such a cool ability that you never see used. I love it. He's literally just keeping them frozen. That is great. More zealots being sent in. Fortunately, Morgamir and the Pikes and Axor is doing a number on them. Look at these guys. They're permanently stuck in that frosty looking state. Because they've been soul frozen. Interesting. Well, Morgamir has to be a little bit careful though. These guys will tear Morgamir a new one. Oh, nice. Soul's casting Black Ice to slow the enemy. 33% minus speed. He's trying desperately to save his Morgamir. And there's also Men of Dale there as well. They really want that Morgamir dead. Doesn't look like they'll get him though. And he overextended. Did lose his zealots for it. But once again, very nice sorcerer play from Solas, as always. Although I feel like MayShadow is in a good spot here. He's got tons of Men of Dale, and he's got a big old Dwarven army on the way. I think Solas is in a lot of trouble, actually. And this is a scenario you don't want to be in, where your barracks is facing forward, and there's a gigantic army of archers in front of it that will probably kill you out as soon as you come out. Kill you off as soon as you come out. Will this guy be burst down immediately? Nope. Because these guys are targeted first. Lucky him, I guess. Solas is definitely in a pickle. This is not a good spot for Solas to be in whatsoever. Of course, this frees up MayShadow to take out his farms around the area, clear up, and put some more mine shafts of his own. Solas has sent out a builder, though. He will begin getting more farms, I have no doubt. But Solas has a very severe lack of troops. And there's another thing. The Sorcerer. Perhaps I would have put this in the back. I realize it's in a spot where it defends well. I get at the front, but of course the problem is you don't have time to use the units that come out of it. And I think that's going to be key there. But ideally, this is just not a scenario you don't want to be in. Just this many Men of Dale camping your barracks. And here comes Solas, trying to liberate his base. I mean, he does have a lot of heroes. He needs to get rid of this battle wagon ASAP. He knows that. He got rid of that. Very nice. But Solas has lost both his production buildings. Both the Soul of King's Men are down. The mill, level 3 mill inside of it was down as well. In between it, rather, not inside of it. So that's going to set him back quite a bit, I think. That's where, of course, MayShadow hasn't been harassed much. He's in a good spot to just keep getting whatever he wants. He can go for Dwarven Heroes if he likes. He can keep spamming Zealots like he has been. I say spamming, but just getting his Zealots. You can't spam Zealots. They do cap out at 3, of course. As it says there, yeah. Although not every team's mini-hero horde caps out at 3. I believe Elves cap out at 2 with their Noldors. And of course Mordor caps out at 1 with the Black Riders. Phalanx is finished off. Solas is trying to rebuild here. Yeah, I think the placing of this building particularly might have been in a bad spot. I don't know. I mean, Solas knows what he's doing better than I do, I have no doubt. But I feel like that was a bad scenario. But I guess if you're in that bad of a spot, things might not be going so well, regardless. I don't feel like Solas is out of the game yet, though, by any means. He has crushed the Dwarves a couple times. And fending off a few attacks here and there, so we'll see if he can do it again. He's gone for the Soul Freeze again. Unfortunately, his sorcerers get killed once again. That's unfortunate. These guys are getting leveled up. Once they get level 5, they can use their plus 50% damage and increased attack speed and movement speed. Berserker Gang. It's a pretty beast mode ability there that they have. Oh, he went for Corpse Rain. Oh. There's like the white Corpse Rain because he has the ring in his fortress. It's utilizing the special edition Corpse Rain, which is interesting. Not something you see every day. Rarely do you ever see the white Corpse Rain. But yeah, I think his sorcerer's days are numbered. The Men of Dale have fire arrows. Well, maybe not. It's a fairly tanky building, actually. It's got 6,000 health. So where you look at one of these, it has 3,000. So it's got double the health of that. Of course, it is level 3. So I guess that's to be expected, but still. It's tanking damage nicely, at least. Let's have a look at powers here. We got some Men of Dale, Undermine, Rebuild, Heal, Rally Call, 5 power points, 630 of 925 for MayShadow. And we have Summon Whites, Fellwind, Snowbind, or War Chant, 5 power points, 592 of 550 for Solas. Solas way behind in the economy front. Of course, as Angmar, that's not a scenario you want to be in because your economy is already pretty bad. With the exception of Waldar and his brigandage. Where is it? There it is. Nearby, Rudar Spearmen and Axlers getting resources for kills. The Angmar team does not have anything that boosts their economy. And of course, Dwarf have the Dwarven Riches, but MayShadow doesn't have that as of yet. He doesn't need that, really. Oh no, Morganmere falls. Unfortunate. All the MayShadow really needs to do is keep map control. Map control is really the best form of economy you can have. Because it just means you'll have more farms than your enemy. And that's always nice. And of course, for Dwarves, it's even more nice because he has the ability to come out of his farms. So let's put up a hell of a fight, though. There's just so many Men of Dale. He's just got Men of Dale for days. And you can't blame for that. They are doing quite well. Some of those are summoned as well, to be fair. And Solas can't really get his sorcerers into play because of their positioning. So it's gonna make things tough. And there is the summoned Gundabad Orcs on the archer line of MayShadow. That's gonna do some damage, no doubt. Summoning abilities in archer lines are always pretty devastating. Most of the time. Always, most of the time. There is the Snowbind on the Temple of Twilight. He really wants to keep that alive. Can't blame him for that. Does have to be careful, though. A group of zealots can take down a fort. So that's something he has to be aware of. Not while he has an army here, though, of course. That's not going to happen. There's the Vile Galadriel causing fear onto the Angmar army from the Hobbit summon. And that will allow him to start cleaning up some stuff. I think Solas could be out. This might be GG. I don't think Solas has enough left to counteract this. And he has lost his sorcerer pit. What the fuck do they call that thing again? Temple of Twilight. It's not a sorcerer pit, as much as I'd like to believe. Is it 3 battalions or 2? I think it's 3. 1, 2, 3. Yeah, it's 3. There's 3 different like icons above their head, and one of them is level 5. So they do have their Berserker Gang ability. If you can get them leveled up, use the Berserker Gang. All do 50% damage and attack speed increase on the fort. Ooh, be quite nasty. And there is the Berserker King ability. Oh my goodness. Well, they're dying immediately. See Karsh melt away, I'd imagine. Karsh's AoE ability is probably doing very, very small amount of damage. Solas retreating Karsh into the tower he's so conveniently placed there. But as you see, Solas is basically out for the count. Karsh is down. Alright, now it's just cleanup time for the Dwarves. Holy crap. Pretty good match. Just shows Dwarves are natural sprinters. That doesn't show that at all. Shows they're pretty powerful though. Very nice. Very nice game. That was good. Very well balanced, I thought. That's what happens when two good players go at it. You have a pretty epic game. I thought that was pretty epic. Good sorcerer play from Solas. And of course, great dwarf macro and micro and such from MayShadow. He did well there. And of course, he pulled out the match win. So, good. Hopefully you guys enjoyed that cast, and I'll see you guys in the next cast of the Rise of the Witch King, patch 2.2, version 6. See you all next time.